Chris Brown has been arrested for felony assault. He allegedly got into a fight with a man outside a D.C. hotel. The identity of the man has not been disclosed yet. However, we do know that Chris Brown will remain in jail until he can see a judge. Now, it doesn't surprise me that he's been arrested for assault again, because he keeps assaulting people and getting away with it. Case in point, what he did to Rihanna and what he got a lot of criticism for, but no real punishment for. He did have to serve probation for it. In fact, he's still on probation. And because of that, he might face 4 years in prison as a result.
So, of course, all of us are familiar with what he did to Rihanna. But what you might not know is some of the other incidents that he's been involved in. And we did a quick list here, and I had forgotten some of it. So then there was the woman who was pushed, she claims.
Yes. At a club.
At a club.
Her name is Rihanna, and she's from Anaheim, California. And she claimed that she was pushed by Chris Brown at a club.
And she's on crutches, you know. Again, it's alleged, right? So that's incident number 2 if you're not counting the Washington one that just happened, right?
Exactly.
Incident number 3 is getting in a fight with the Drake folks.
Yeah, so he allegedly got into a violent fight with people at a club, and that led to a bottle being thrown, and a bottle hit a woman who, as you can see in the picture, has blood running down her neck. And then the third case, if you guys can remember, involved a Good Morning America interview. Apparently, they didn't ask him the right questions, so he went to the dressing room and threw a temper tantrum, and he started breaking things in the dressing room. So he has this history of violent reactions, and he never really gets real punishment for it. I mean, think about it. If some random, nameless person in the Bronx beat up his wife or his girlfriend the way that he beat up Rihanna, would he get some probation or would he get some serious prison time?
No, well, we might find out the answer to that now, because if he violated probation, he will get 4 years in prison. So look, if he gets the 4 years, then we're talking about real consequences. But if he doesn't get the 4 years now, Rihanna's indisputable. You know, the Good Morning America said is not a person, whatever, but that's indisputable, right? The fight with Drake's folks is indisputable. Somebody did get hurt. Whether how much of that you put on Chris Brown, I don't know. You know, it's all these different incidents, one after another, and this guy had to be taken to the hospital. It's a fight at 4:30 in the morning. There's some chance that Chris Brown is dangerous. Well, that he has at the very least, a temper issue. That's a euphemistic way of looking at it. I mean, he has an assault issue. He keeps assaulting people after another. If this is proven, I think it's a clear violation of his probation. I don't give a damn what his name is. Should he do 4 years in prison like anybody else would under similar circumstances? In fact, they'd probably do a hell of a lot more if this was their 4th incident.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, of course he should.
And also, keep in mind that, you know, first of all, you're not doing him any favors if you allow him to, you know, not deal with the consequences. You're enabling him, and you're basically telling him, not directly but indirectly, that this type of behavior is acceptable. He can continue doing it, and he never has to worry about any type of consequences as a result. It's not a good idea. It's not good for his own well-being and his own health. He needs to learn his lesson. I mean, and it's amplified by his celebrity. It's amplified by the tremendous amount of money that he made at a really, really young age.
Yeah, well, on the other hand, I think you'd have a tough time convincing him that we're sending you to 4 years in prison for your own good.
Well, we are, though. Who cares if he believes it or not? He needs some serious help. I mean, look, I don't want to get, you know, like crazy negative in this segment, but I will say, if you allow him to assault people like this continuously, at some point, he's not just going to hurt someone. He could kill someone. Okay, he has serious anger and temper issues, and who knows what kind of fight he'll get into in the future.
Yeah. Look, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Aaron Hernandez. Now, to be fair, Chris Brown has not done anything to the level that Aaron Hernandez is charged with. But Aaron Hernandez learned his lesson at the University of Florida that you can get away with anything. And so he just did more and more, and it got more and more violent. And he thought, there's never any consequences. So by the end, he was allegedly killing people, and a lot of them, right? So now I don't think that Chris Brown's got so much more notoriety around him than Aaron Hernandez did, so it makes him doing stuff harder, right? And I don't think he's going to be running guns and doing all the things that Aaron Hernandez was doing, but overall, look, it's just a no-brainer. And of course, Anna's right. The more you let people get away with something, the more they're going to do it.